I'm about to take you on a wild journey to 5 of the world's most exclusive resorts. The kind of places where a single night can cost more than a month's rent for most people. I've always loved exploring extremes, the biggest challenges, the flashiest surprises, and the places that feel almost otherworldly. Today we're diving into resorts where privacy, rarity, and jaw-dropping experiences come at a price tag that makes you do a double take. These aren't just luxury hotels. They're private islands, overwater sanctuaries, designer havens, where the service is personal. The rooms are oversized, and the experiences are curated down to the smallest detail. I'll walk you through what makes each destination unique. I stepped onto North Island and felt the silence of a place built to vanish into itself. With only 11 villas spread across pristine beaches and native forest, the entire island feels like an intimate sanctuary where the world disappears. No sprawling crowds, exclusively curated privacy, staff who know you by name before you even unpack. What surprised me most was the conservation work. North Island isn't just pretty postcards and white sand. It's a living laboratory for restoring ecosystems, protect endangered species, replant native flora, manage waste. When you stay there, you're not just a guest. You're a participant in a mission to preserve a sliver of paradise. That ethos is baked into the price. The villas are architectural masterpieces hiding in the trees and sand. Natural materials, open layouts, huge windows framing the ocean. Each villa has its own private beach or a secluded deck. Swim, snorkel, read. That level of solitude, combined with bespoke service, explains the premium nightly rates. Getting to North Island feels like entering another world. Helicopter transfers from Mahe, private boat transfers. Laucala Island feels like the private fantasy you've never admitted you had. A fully owned island, a handful of ultra-luxury villas, its own airstrip and organic farm feeding the resort's kitchens. The scale here is cinematic. Volcano-rimmed hills, emerald jungle, coral-fringed beaches, paths leading to villas that look like modern palaces sunk into nature. From the moment I stepped foot on the airstrip, it felt like the island itself was a secret kept for a few. The villas are enormous and individualized, private pools, living areas, staff quarters. Many guests treat Laucala like a private home base rather than a hotel room. You settle in for days of personalized activities, full-board gourmet dining, and a level of service that anticipates every whim. The island's ethos is customized luxury, a private farm-to-table meal under palm trees, a helicopter drop to a secluded lagoon for a picnic. One of Laucala's most memorable offerings is the range of bespoke experiences. Submarine dives to inspect vibrant reefs, private golf sessions on a 9-hole course, horseback rides along the shore, underwater dining options. There's even a deep relationship with the island's agriculture. The resort uses produce straight from its organic farms, which shapes a hyper-local culinary experience you rarely find in ultra-luxury settings. Getting here is part of the curated experience. Guests often arrive on private charters to the airstrip. You're not just checking into a resort, you're arriving at a personal sanctuary. The staff orchestrates transfers, activities, and even off-island excursions. For larger groups, whole island buyouts are an option, putting an entire tropical kingdom under your control. I was struck by how Laucala blends unapologetic luxury with authentic island culture. Local Fijian influences are woven into dining, entertainment, and staff interactions. Villa packages can climb into the tens of thousands per night, especially for the most secluded homes or during peak seasons. Some guests opt for curated multi-day itineraries, personal trainers, private chefs, and guided marine expeditions. For families or groups seeking privacy plus endless amenities, price becomes incidental. The true luxury is deciding each hour while a capable team brings it to life. Chapter 3. Necker Island is the fantasy island synonymous with celebrity parties, corporate buyouts, Sir Richard Branson's personal stamp of laid-back luxury. From the moment you approach, you understand this isn't a standard resort. It's a meticulously staged retreat designed for high-impact moments. The Great House anchors the island, a social hub for events, parties, and lounging that spreads an infectious energy across the property. The island's design balances communal vibrancy with private sanctuaries. Villas and rooms vary from intimate to palatial, but the real draw is the island's capacity to host full island rentals. When a wealthy guest or corporation books Necker exclusively, the entire island becomes a private playground, chef-curated dining events, themed parties, water sports on demand, bespoke experiences curated by Branson's team. Water sports are practically built into daily life at Necker. Kiteboarding, sailing, paddleboarding, and jet skiing appear whenever you want them. But there's also the option to go quiet. Book private yoga at sunrise, arrange secluded spa treatments, or take a sunset cruise around neighboring cays. High-profile guests value Necker for its privacy and reputation. Security and discretion are part of the package. Peak private hire costs can exceed $70,000 to $100,000 plus per night, depending on season and guest count. You're not just renting space, you're buying an entire brand of exclusivity and narrative. I watched staff coordinate a large event, chefs on parade, entertainment rigs assembled, teams moving like a precision instrument. Beyond parties, Necker delivers curated adventures across the BVI. And if you crave spectacle, every day can be its own headline. For the ultimate privacy, a buyout isn't just a luxury, it's a statement. Chapter 4. Stepping onto Soneva. Jani feels like walking into a floating village built for the very few. These aren't your standard Overwater bungalows. They're palatial villas with private pools, retractable roofs above the master bedroom, and slides that plunge directly into the lagoon. The villas are enormous, and the layout emphasizes seclusion. Long private decks, water access, and spaces that allow you to feel like you've temporarily moved your life out onto the ocean. One of the most playful touches is the private slide. It's a luxury gimmick, sure, but it perfectly sums up the resort's blend of childlike wonder and adult refinement. Soneva Jani is unapologetically fun while also being deeply committed to sustainable operations. They've pioneered initiatives to reduce waste, conserve marine life, and run educational programs that invite guests to learn about the ocean they're floating above. The retractable roof is another showstopper. On certain nights you can sleep under a canopy of stars, the Milky Way spread above while the gentle sea breeze courses through your suite. For anyone obsessed with stargazing, the resort also offers private observatory sessions with expert-led astronomy experiences. Those moments feel intimate and unforgettable, a major factor driving nightly rates into the several $1,000s range. Marine excursions at Soneva Jani are bespoke and meticulous. Guests can dive, snorkel, or take glass-bottom boat tours to inspect thriving coral gardens. The resort operates its own marine team and conservation programs, so excursions often have educational components, from manta encounters to coral rehabilitation. Dining is as inventive as the villas. Think private floating breakfasts, in-villa dining under the stars, and chef-driven tasting menus highlighting local seafood and global technique. Many villas include private chefs and butlers who craft personalized menus to your preferences. With multiple bedroom villas, kid-friendly amenities, and sustainability programs for young guests, affluent families find privacy and play in equal measure. Chapter 5. Cheval Blanc Randelli feels like a fashion house built into an island, polished, design-forward, and obsessed with the little touches that make luxury feel elevated. This resort blends haute couture aesthetics with Maldivian calm, private villas, dedicated butlers, dining overseen by Michelin-trained chefs. From the moment I walked into its elegant lobby, the level of curated taste was undeniable. The villas are sleek and discreet, with open interiors, deluxe amenities, and staff trained to deliver a service that's both precise and personal. Here, your butler isn't just there to fetch things. They orchestrate your stay, from pillow selection to private dining arrangements and wellness sessions. There's an attention to detail reminiscent of a luxury fashion runway. Everything is considered, nothing is accidental. Culinary options at Cheval Blanc are exceptional. With chefs trained at Michelin levels, dining becomes a multi-course performance that spotlights fresh Maldivian seafood and international technique. Private dining experiences, perhaps on a sandbank at sunset or in your villa, elevate meals into personalized events. Wellness is another pillar. Private spa pavilions, custom fitness sessions, and holistic treatments with local ingredients. Discretion is baked into the experience. Staff are trained to be invisible until needed. Rates commonly fall in the high thousands per night, but the value comes from design, service, and star-caliber cuisine. Many guests say it feels like living in a private gallery or residence. For special occasions, the resort crafts entirely private moments, bespoke menus, tailored entertainment, and villa setups that transform a night into a lasting memory. The staff works like a backstage crew, ensuring every moment lands perfectly. A haute couture hospitality performance where taste, privacy, and precision define the experience. For travelers who demand refined, fashion-forward serenity, Randelli delivers a beautifully edited life at the edge of the sea. From conservation sanctuaries to private island playgrounds, from headline-making parties to stargazing suites and couture-level service, these resorts redefine what a night away can mean. They're remote, meticulously run, and designed to deliver moments you simply can't replicate elsewhere. Yes, the nightly rates can be shocking, but the value is in privacy, purpose, logistics, and craftsmanship. You pay for the atmosphere, you stay for the human touches. If exclusivity is the brief, these 5 are masterclasses in doing it with intention, and sometimes with impact far beyond the villa walls. Getting there becomes part of the thrill, arrivals that make the outside world feel very far away. Once you arrive, the dial is yours, restorative calm or full-throttle adventure. The best of these places link indulgence to stewardship and local culture, a model of luxury with meaning. So, whether your dream is a slide into a turquoise lagoon or a buyout that turns an island into your story, now you know what sits behind the number. If you made it this far, I hope you found your next daydream. Tell me which resort you'd choose and why. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and drop your pick in the comments. Thanks for watching. And here's to the destinations that make time slow down in the best way.